Welcome back to Chum Children Online Videos. I'm Miss Katie and I'm so happy that you have tuned in for our second week of games. Remember, we're playing Rules for Life and we're learning about responsibility and how God helps us be responsible. Responsibility is showing you can be trusted with what's expected of you. Now, sometimes when we're younger, we don't have that many responsibilities, but when we get older, a lot more is put on our plate. Am I right? But here's the thing, we can practice being responsible at any age. Taking care of yourself, maybe getting yourself dressed if you ask a grown-up if that's okay. And you can help siblings or parents with making food or taking care of a pet. There's so many things that we can do to be responsible. Now, with our board game, we are in Chum Children Island. And remember yesterday, well, it wasn't actually yesterday, it was last week, we were at the marsh. So we are back at the marsh right now. Here's the thing, do you see that hippo behind me? I'm not gonna turn around because I don't wanna make eye contact, but I think it's a nice hippo. I don't think it's a mean hippo. I think it's a nice hippo. The hippo told us that if we wanna get out of the marsh, we have to come up with a list of items. But here's the thing, of all of these items, they have to come up with the same letter. So I asked the hippo, what letter are we going to have to use? And Hippo responded, C, of course, for Chum Children. So I need you to shout out things that I can write down, and we're gonna see if the hippo likes our answers, okay? Let me get my marker ready. We're gonna do this one at a time. So I need a C word for something we find at a picnic. Go. Ooh, I heard a lot of great answers, but I'm going with this one. Coleslaw. I love eating coleslaw. All right, we'll see if the hippo likes this. Next one, a country. So we live in the United States of America. What's another country that begins with a C? Ooh, I heard an answer. Canada. I love Canada because I love maple syrup and I love hockey. So Canada sounds like a good choice to me. Snack. What's a snack that you might eat that begins with a C? Okay, that was a lot of answers all at once. I heard this one. Cheese puffs. I like cheese puffs. Cheese puffs. I hope that Hippo likes this answer. A holiday. Obviously, what did we just celebrate a couple weeks ago? Christmas. And finally, at an amusement park. So think about Hershey Park or Knoebels or places that you might go to have fun. What's something that begins with a C that you might find at that amusement park? I like this answer that I just heard. Chocolate ice cream. Okay, Hippo, we have coleslaw, Canada, cheese puffs, Christmas, chocolate ice cream. Did we make it out of the marsh? Hippo said yes, we get to go out of the marsh. So let's see where we go. Whoa! An ant farm? What kind of island is this? Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens next week at the ant farm. I don't think I've actually ever seen an ant farm in person. Have you ever seen an ant farm in person? I don't know. Anyways, what I have seen in person is this person I'm gonna talk about next. Her name is Catherine, and she sent us our Yay God moment for this week. Remember, if you wanna send us a Yay God moment, ask a grown-up to send us an email right below. yaygod@camphillumc.org. Now, Catherine was hanging out with her family, and they were driving around all different places to look at lights that people had in front of their houses. It's just like the light of Jesus. It fills our hearts and makes us all warm inside, and we can share that love and light of Jesus with other people that we meet. So thank you, Catherine. That's a great Yay God moment. Another thing we can do to celebrate God is singing and dancing. You know how much Miss Katie loves to sing and to dance. So I want you to get up on your feet and stretch and get ready to sing and dance for God. Let's do it.
You never turn away, you never leave my side. And every time I call your name out just to find that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. There are days when I feel I need a friend, and then I hear your voice reminding me again that you're already right here with me, never been alone. I can trust you with my heart, 'cause this I know. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. No matter what may come, no matter what I go through, God, you are never gonna fail me, I will trust you with my heart. You are always faithful, you love me from the start. No matter what I'm facing, I will trust you with my heart. You are more than able to lead me through the dark. Your love is never failing, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart. Whoa, I will trust you with my heart.
I'm so glad we were able to sing and dance to that song together. Let's be real. Sometimes it's hard to put our trust fully in God. We can be worried about so many things that are going on around us. But God knows that we love Him, and He loves us no matter what. And that makes it really easy to put our trust in Him. Whatever you're worried about, talk to God about it. And it might not be fixed right away, but sometimes just talking to God makes me feel better, and I hope that makes you feel better too. What also makes me feel better is seeing our friends from the So-and-So show. So we met our new friend Steven last week, and we are going to meet a new friend today named Lawson. But Kellen's back, don't worry. All right, let's go see what these crazy guys have in store for us today.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for another round of life-size Hungry Hippos? Let's bring out our players!
Woo! I won't chew! Here we go, here we go, here we go. Bing bong.
Players, take your positions.
I'm ready. You ready, chicken?
All right. Here we go, Panda. Show them what we're made of.
Oh yeah, that's good center of gravity.
Get ready. Get set. Go!
Gotcha. Ha! Yes! Yes! All of them. Mine, not
And
yours.
they're
I am better.
grabbing the spheres.
I am superior. You are not. Oh,
Steven's
look at
looking
that.
like he's
That's
ahead.
a point.
Oh,
Wait,
Lawson's really moving across the
Championships.
floor.
Come on, here we go. Come on.
They're neck and neck.
Soccer ball, chicken. Ah,
And
you on the right. Go.
all the way across the floor, the Panda's really raking him across the coals. Steven's moving for the last big one.
I got the big ball. Basketball, basketball, basketball. Yeah. You got the. Where was that one? I didn't see.
Steven wins!
That's not bad. I didn't even see the big one. Fine. Look at that. I'll spot you a point. You can have that one.
May
I
the
didn't
best
want
man
anyway.
win, because he won.
That's a good one. Okay,
What's next?
what's up?
Now it's time for life-size Jumanji.
Nope, I'm out.
Hey everybody, I'm Lawson.
And I'm Steven. Welcome to the So-and-So Show.
Oh, look at that. A comic book falling from the sky. It's a literary miracle.
Yeah, more like a out-of-control comic book collection.
What? No. Don't say that. They'll hear you.
Who? The drawings? Okay, seriously, Lawson, can you please explain what's going on here?
What, a guy can't like comics?
This is not liking comics. This is preventing us from being able to do literally anything on the show today.
Not true.
Look, these comics are all the same. It
Yeah, Frog Defenders of Saturn, issue number 106.
says 109.
It's a misprint, and that's what makes it more valuable.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that all of these are Frog Defenders of Saturn issue 109?
106.
Why?
Because they're mine, Steven. They're all mine.
But if they're all yours, that means nobody else can have one.
Precisely.
How much did all this cost you?
A lot.
And you think this is a wise investment?
Oh yeah, no, my investment coach is completely on board with my fiscal choices.
What? How do you know the word fiscal? And also, your investment coach?
Yes. Why don't you welcome someone who knows stuff? Welcome to the show, Mr. Moneybags.
Hello there, Lawson. Greetings, Stephen.
Hello, Mr.
Mr. Moneybags, that is correct. I love money.
You ever play Monopoly?
Oh, I love having monopolies.
Oh. Okay, well, we know who you are, so why don't you tell us what you know?
Oh, of course, it's all in the name, my boy. It's all in the name.
That's my friend.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
I know money! Bags and bags of money. With money, anything you want is yours for the taking and for the keeping. Remember that, Lawson, my boy.
Exactly right. Yes, and I've been applying what you taught me to my comic book collection.
Ooh.
All for me. Yes, it's true. I want all the comics show. Oh well, for you.
Ah, bravo, bravo.
Well, that doesn't seem very nice.
Lawson, whenever a friend asks me for a favor, do you know what I tell them?
Oh yeah, I know this one. You say,
I tell them no. All right? I tell them no. You don't need friends or favors in this life. Remember that all you need is pennies, quarters, and dollar bills raining from the sky. Those are your real friends.
but you do have friends that are real people, though, right?
Right?
Oh, of course I do. Of course I do. If you consider Mr. Franklin and Mr. Hamilton. Oh, hello there, Mr. Hamilton. Oh, you're looking mighty green today. Well, thank you, Mr. Franklin. Oh, I'll take that as a compliment.
Is this my future?
Oh, by the way, thank you for inventing electricity. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, and thank you for not throwing away your opportunity.
Okay, it's Bible story time with Kellen.
I need more of these.
Hey guys.
Hey, Kellen. Hey, Kellen. What do you have for us today?
Well, today we're looking at a parable that Jesus taught, sometimes called the parable of the rich fool.
Did somebody say rich?
Yeah, I did, Mr.
Mr. Archibald Moneybags, son. Mr. Archibald Moneybags. But you may call me Mr. Moneybags.
Okay, Mr. Moneybags. Clearly you're rich, but the person in the story was also a...
Oh, no, I'd be happy to help you tell your little story there, son. And, mark my words, you won't regret it.
Oh, boy. Well, anyway, a parable, if you didn't know, is a story that has a lesson at the end. Jesus used stories sometimes to help people see what he was talking about in different ways. On this occasion, Jesus was teaching when someone said, "Teacher, tell my brother to give me half the stuff that belongs to our family." Now, they must have been having an argument over something about like who has the most stuff. So Jesus said, "Watch out. Be on your guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has." Then Jesus tells them a story. There once was a rich man.
Boo-yay! Oh, I will add this to the 25 smackaroos I won in that beauty contest.
One year, his land produced a very large crop.
Look at all of my crops. Stupendous. But what should I do? I don't have anywhere to store all of these crops. And there is no way I could use all of these crops in just one season all by myself. What to do? What to do? Light bulb! I will take all of my barns and tear them down. Wait for it. Tear them down. But then build bigger ones. And then I will store all of my crops in these newer, larger barns. Ooh. You know, I have plenty of crops, and these crops are going to last me for a long time. I mean, many, many years, long time. So I should probably just take life a little easy. I suppose I'll just eat and drink and have a really good time.
But God said to him,
"You foolish man, tonight I will take your life away from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself?"
Oh, my corn! Ah! Now there's so many bulls! Ah! I'm dead.
To be clear, there were no, and I repeat, no inflatable kiddie pools in Jesus' story. But the rich man did die, and he never got to enjoy all the crops he had stored away for himself. Then Jesus said, that is how it will be for whoever stores things away for themselves, but is not rich in the sight of God. The end.
Wow, that was quite the ending.
Yeah, I think the point Jesus was trying to make is that we only have so much time here on earth. Do we want to spend it caring about all the stuff we have? Or do we want to spend our time caring for the people we love?
Yeah, instead of keeping all the crops to himself, the rich guy could have shared with the people around him. And I think that's what Jesus meant when he said we should be rich in the sight of God.
I think you're right. And that sounds like my job is done here. I'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, Kellen. Bye, Kellen. Steven? Yes, Lawson? I think I might be hoarding comic books. Might be? I don't want to die like the rich fool in Jesus' story. I don't want to end up friendless and alone.
I'm your friend.
Not now, Steven. I have to do something. What should I do? What should I do? I don't... The light bulb! Reveal the question! What do you have that you can share? Comic books. Yeah. I have so many. You get a comic. You get a comic. You get a comic. You get a comic. Lawson? You get a comic. Thank you. What do you have that you could share? Could be stuff you have, or you could share your time or your talents. It's our responsibility to share what we have, and it's one of our rules for life. Share what you have. Talk about what you have to share with each other. And we'll see you next week. I'm Steven. And I'm Lawson. And this was the So-and-So Show. Bow, 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 bow.
Hello? It's not about money anymore for me. No, not at all. I'm going to share from now on. Yes. Sharing is caring. I'm going to change my name even. I changed my name. It's not Mr. Moneybags anymore. No. See? It's gone. In fact, my name is Mr. Empty Pockets. That's right. I'm Mr. Empty Pockets now because I give away so much money that my pockets are empty.
Thanks, guys. Wow, Lawson had a really big comic book collection, but I'm really glad that he was able to find a way to share it so he didn't have all of it. Steven had none. That gives us a really good time to talk about the question that they asked us. What's something you can share? Think about it. Maybe you have a toy you don't play with anymore. Or maybe you have a toy that you really like, but you have a sibling or a cousin who really likes it too. You guys can play with it together. You could also share your time with your parents by helping to clean your room or to clean another room in your house. Or if it's snowing outside, you can share your time with them and help shovel. Make sure that they say it's okay first. What is always okay is listening to our friend Caleb. I love how he's able to talk to us about real life examples from the Bible about how to show responsibility. Let's see what story he has in store for us today.
Everyone is part of a bigger story. It's a bigger story than you can imagine. It's a big story about a really big God. Discover the story that shows you the character of God. Heyo, I'm Caleb, and I get to take you on a little tour of my Bible. Yep, you're looking at God's Word right here. 66 individual books written down by people throughout history who listened to and followed God. He gave them the amazing job of sharing His words with others, including us. And because these writers were faithful, we have a record of God's amazing love for us, how He created us and made a way to rescue us, even when we turned our backs on Him. And God's trusted each of us with work to do too. Books to Luke. Two brothers are arguing over who gets their family stuff. So Jesus tells a story. There's this rich rancher whose crops do so well, he has no place to put the harvest. So instead of sharing it, he builds brand new warehouses to hoard it all for himself. Then he lives happily ever after, right? Not quite.
Thanks, Caleb. So Caleb said it exactly. Jesus talked about the rich man who had more money than he needed, more food than he needed, and all those barns. But God saw all those things and said that he wasn't really rich at all. we should share what we have with other people. I don't have as much as some people might have, but I still try to find a way to share with others. Especially at Christmas time, I tried to find a present for a kid who might not be able to get a present this year. Finding whatever you can to share what you have is really important. Maybe it's donating food to a food cupboard, or if you have a coat that you are too big for now, maybe if it's still in good shape, finding someone who needs that coat. There are so many ways that we can share what we have. And sharing those things makes God so happy with what we're doing with our life. You know what? That makes my heart feel really happy too when I give. I think if you were to give, you would have your hearts filled with so much joy too. So, say it with me. Share what you have. It's easy to do, but talk to your grown-ups about ways that you can do it together. Another thing that we can do to make our hearts really happy is to practice our memory verse. Remember, memory verses are little pieces of the Bible that we keep in our hearts and our brains. And it's not easy to keep all the verses in our brains unless we practice. So I'm gonna say the Bible verse, and then you can either say it with me or listen, and then we're gonna say it all together at the end, okay? All right, here we go. Suppose you can be trusted with something very little. Then you can also be trusted with something very large. Luke chapter 16, verse 10. Let's do that together one more time. Suppose you can be trusted with something very little. Then you can also be trusted with something very large. Luke chapter 16, verse 10. You don't have to start off really big all at once. Just little things that you can build on, that you can work and help others. You're gonna be so responsible and help out so many people. It's gonna fill your heart with joy and the joy of those around you too. I just know it. Another thing that I know is that I love spending time talking to God. I make sure to start my day with a prayer, end my day with a prayer, and sometimes when I'm really frustrated, I just pray during the middle of the day too. It doesn't matter what time you talk to God. It's just really great to have that conversation and to tell Him whatever's on your heart, what you're thankful for, what you're stressed about, all the things that we can give to Him and put our trust into God. So let's take a moment to quiet our hearts and close our eyes and talk to God. Dear God, thank you so much for all you have given us. God, sometimes it's hard to share what we have with others instead of just keeping it for ourselves. But we know from you and from the Bible and so many other examples of all the ways that we should be sharing. God, I thank you for all these kids who are watching right now. I hope that they have a really great week. Keep them safe and happy, and I hope that they're able to find a way to share with others and be responsible. It's in your name we pray. Say it with me. Amen. Thank you so much for watching this video and for letting me come into your home, and I hope that you have as much fun as I do, because I have a blast being able to talk to you about all these examples from the Bible of ways that we can be responsible. I love you. I miss you. Remember, our videos, they are posted every Friday at noon, so you can watch this whenever you want. And I hope you enjoy this next video. Bye, everyone.